Hello everyone and welcome to the Imola Grand Prix for Drz Tier 2. Here's your driver lineup for today. On pole is Aru in the Aston Martin, P2 is Portman in the Williams, P3 is Sixpath in the RB, P4 is Stiggy in the Mercedes, P5 Soppel in the Alpine, P6 Eamon in the Alpine, P7 is Rift in the McLaren, P8 is Sharky in the Mercedes, P9 is Golden Arrow in the RB, and P10 is Rodrigo in the Red Bull, and P11 in last is Ninja in the Red Bull. That concludes your driver lineup. We'll get on with today's race.
So, the 5 red lights come on, and this Imola Grand Prix is about to start, and the lights are out quickly, and away they all go. Aru got a good start off the line there, Portman right behind him, straight away. They are fighting as hard as they can down in towards turn 1. Let's see the chaos. We already see some wing damage, I think, from someone towards the back of the grid. As we can see, they're all squabbling already. Ninja making moves, already up to P7 off the start. Just through the first few corners, he's already wrestled his way up to P7. Aru holds the lead. P3 Sixpath, P4 Stiggy, P5 Rift, P6 Eamon, P7 Ninja, P8. Oh no, they're squabbling side by side, Ninja and Sharky. But Sharky gets ahead in the end. Ninja down to P8. Soppel 9th, 10th Golden Arrow, and P11 Rodrigo, who's behind the rest of the field. He's not maybe too far back from the front runners. He's got Rift right behind him, so he's got to worry about him. Obviously, this lap is only 22 laps long as Stiggy tries to go for a move, and he gets wing damage as a result of it. And Rift moves up to P4, Stiggy down to P5, and even Rift gets wing damage, and Sixpath down into the pit lane. He's forced to box. I didn't even see what happened there. As they're 3 wide, down into turn 1, Stiggy moves up to 3rd, Rift up to 4th, Eamon up to 4th, Rift drops down to 5th. The whole field are squabbling like crazy. Ninja and Sharky still going at it. Sharky and Ninja, yeah, they're side by side going into the next corner. Sharky has to back off for now because the others up front are squabbling like crazy, by the way. Eamon fighting as much as he can against the others. Eamon was, last time he raced in Tier 2, he didn't do too well, but this time it looks like he's actually fought his way back up here and he belongs here now. As he just gets overtaken by Ninja, and Ninja has to wrestle his way past, and then Eamon has to slam on the brakes, of course, to avoid a collision. We'll see what happens. He's catching back up to the field anyway, because they're making mistakes. Rodrigo, oh, Golden Arrow spins. I didn't even see what's happened there. We looked on board with him, and then he just spun. So Soppel's up to 9th now, Sharky up to 8th again, and he's chasing down Rodrigo, who's just made a small mistake there and cost himself time very closely, because here comes the McLaren. He's trying to look for an opening down to the inside. Stiggy's going to go defensive, and he closes the door on Rift, who tries to get by, but it doesn't work, and Ninja gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Good racing here as Eamon makes his move back into P5, and he shuts the door on Ninja. So that's Eamon already back up to P5. And we've got chaos here because Soppel is making his move on Sharky to get back past. Sharky has the exit speed though, and he's going to use it down to the next corner. Will he be able to get the move done on Soppel? He makes contact with Soppel, he loses the rear end, and he gets back in. As Soppel loses the rear end as well, and hits into the wall. Oh god. Throat hurts. Oh, Aru is actually losing time to Portman. Portman's gaining on him. Maybe that's the tyre deg. Imola is quite a demanding track. Eamon P4, he doesn't have any wing damage, so... Oh, but he does not have the grip because he loses the rear end there coming into turn 1. And that has just closed the gap dramatically between Eamon and Sharky. Can we see a battle for P4 on track about to erupt? Both drivers on mediums. I did see Rodrigo has come into the pits, but we'll focus on battle between these two maybe. Let's see what happens. Will Sharky be able to stay in this close to Eamon, or Eamon pull away? There's currently 7/10 between them. Nearly 8/10. Oh, it's dropping. It's dropping majorly. Sharky's been able to catch up as Eamon ghosts. And Eamon's left. He's disconnected from another invite. Let's see what Portman does. Will Portman box this lap? He does box this lap. So, Gonna go onto the hards probably. Let's see what Stiggy does. He wants the race lead, he stays out. Will Sharky box? He stays out as well. They want a Mercedes 1-2 for a lap. Yep, there it is, Mercedes 1-2. There's quite a gap between them, and it's not going to stay this way for long. That is what's happened, as Eamon has yet to box, and he's lost so much time that Aru has caught up to him, but he has joined back now. So his worries are over. Because, oh, here comes Portman. Portman and Ninja. Sorry guys. God, I'm coughing a lot today. Ninja moves up to P5 on track, but he's past Portman, which means he's technically P2 for position. See, they're both on, nearly the same level of ERS, but they nearly make contact there. But again, Rodrigo just ghosts. I'm a bit confused by it. Oh no, he's not ghosting. He's been pushed off track there by Soppel. Medium, so let's see what it does for him. Eamon's made his way up to P7, but Rodrigo is fighting back, and it's side by side. The Red Bull and the Alpine going at it, down to the next corner. Eamon has to back out, Rodrigo takes 7th. And they've obviously got the RBs right behind them as 6path, oh no, that's not 6path, that's Golden Arrow struggling out of the final corner there. And he falls back, and the others have the RS. Here comes 6path, side by side, and he makes his move as quick as he can. He gets past Eamon. Can he get past Rodrigo? Down to the next corner. He's going to shut the door on him. 6path gets the door. The door is closed on him, so he has to back away for now and wait for the next opportunity. When will that be? He's harvesting all he can for now for the ERS. Out the final corner. He does have the ERS to play with. So Portman has the ERS, but Aru has ERS. And who is going to win this battle then? Down into turn 1. Portman has no ERS to play with. He can't get by even with the advantage. But we'll look just real quick, because Stiggy has cleared Ninja. But Sharky has developed a 3-second gap to Stiggy. So it looks like Sharky's going to get a podium here. Oh, but Portman going for the move. It didn't work though. He had a bad exit. We'll have to keep an eye on these two for now, despite what's going on track. Rift has made his move up P5. So Ninja's just dropping in pace now. But anyway, we'll focus on these two, because as we head through Sector 2 of this track, there's not many overtaking opportunities here. But there is the one coming up where it's at the chicane, so Portman's going to have to do everything he can there. But Aru has the ERS to play with! Portman loses it! And he cannot fight for that now. He just lost the rear end. He put too much throttle down. And he lost the traction, and unfortunately that has rounded up the race. Aru will win the Imola Grand Prix. What a race it's been. It's actually been quite an interesting one. No DNFs for the first time this season, and no for either tier. Aru comes out the final corner and up to the line. He will win the Imola Grand Prix for Aston Martin, just like they did back in Season 3 for Tier 1. Aru has won it, and P2 is Portman in the Williams. P3 is Sharky in the Mercedes, returning to the podium once again. He has done everything he can out of the final corner and up to the line. He finishes in 3rd, despite the 3-second penalty. And in 4th is Stiggy on track. And P5 Rift, P6 Ninja, P7 6path. Golden Arrow picks up another 3-second time, another 10-second time penalty. Oh no, he finished his lap. He got lapped. Sorry. As Eamon will now finish his lap and race across the